automatically get buys. We are running with the AT system on this one. So as I mentioned, 5 gold for just entering, 10 gold for quarterfinals, 15 gold for semifinals, 20 for second place, 25 for first place. So let's go back to the match and take a look at that. So we do have Char Miracle, we do have Deuce and Shivertardo that has entered. Hold on here. Yeah, let's go there. I'm going to make this a little smaller. That works. Perfect. So let's take a quick look at Char Miracle. Do you guys hear me and everything sounds right? I hope so. He's running over here Mace, Shield with Sword and Torch. Ooh, interesting. Rune of Aristocracy and Wanderer's Amulet. This is, oh, and he's going full core guard, full core warrior, strength, discipline, and berserker. Let's take a quick look at Shivertardo over here. He's running a full core spellbreaker, spellbreaker, discipline, and strength. He's running your classic great sword with axe, shield, and he's running with rune of strength and demolisher. I'm gonna watch Shivertardo for this one, guys. Let's take a quick look. This is going to be tough. When it's warrior versus warrior, it's all about reading those animations and trying to bait your character or bait the opponent into using their stun breaks first. As soon as you can use the stun break first, you have the advantage. When they go for the stun, you can automatically break that and go for them. Always trolling, Deuce. Yeah, he's always trolling. Big stomp over here. Deuce has got a lot of damage coming onto him. Shivertardo gets that, guys. Here, I'm going to put the little replay. Oh, hold on. I want to get rid of a couple things as well. I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of that. And I want to get rid of this. This way you guys can focus more on the action and you don't get too distracted. So that's actually Shivertardo that gets the first down. Big damage coming onto Deuce before he even realized what was happening. He just dumped him and chunked his health really well. So here you go. Sorry guys, I'm just a little distracted. I'm typing to those guys. There's a bunch of new people, so they're a little unsure of how the process works. I'm explaining it to them at the same time. So here we go again. Deuce is going to have to be a lot more careful here. He's going in for Berserk right away. He was able to evade that big whirlwind. He's going in. He's got good shield block coming out from Shivertardo. He's got to be careful now, Deuce. He does get that big Mace Pummel Bash on top of him. Big Mage Bane. Goes in with the big damage. 100 blades on top of him. And he gets that quick down. That's Shivertardo that gets the win. We're going to be sending Deuce 5 gold. Let me send him that 5 gold. Perfect. So our next match coming up, guys. Let's take a quick look at this. Deuce, it's Shivertardo that moves forward in that 2-0 series. Our next match is going to be Space Pen versus Stomp. Space Pen versus Stomp is going to be our next match on this one, guys. And I might DC, so get ready for that, guys. There's a potential that I'm going to DC in the next couple minutes, so don't worry. If you do see me DC, I will come back. So Stomp versus Space Pen is our next match. Let's take a quick look at what Stomp's running. Oh, he's running on Scrapper, actually. Very interesting. He's running Vampirism with Knight's Amulet with a hammer. He's got Inventions, Tools, and Scrapper. Let's take a quick look at Space Pen. Oh, I just got kicked from the game. I don't know if my stream stopped. No, it didn't stop. That's really good news. At least my stream didn't stop. But I did get that annoying little automatic shutdown from Guild Wars 2. I'm going to be going right back in. I might as well take this time to shamelessly promote, guys. Thank you so much for coming and watching. I do really appreciate it. If you like this type of stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. It's just another way to support this Guild Wars 2 content creator. I try to put out events every single day. It's rare that I miss them, and I always have enough participants to come in and join these with me. So here we go. It's been nice, just in the nick of time. Space Pen is sitting back, charging up all his mantras. He's running a Sage Firebrand, running Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand. Waffle's going in. He drops that big Hammer 5 down, trying to get that auto cleave. Big Shield of Wrath pop by Space Pen, trying to keep the extra damage onto him while being able to mitigate damage himself. Beautiful Shield of Absorption, not being able to get that pull. And Stomp actually gets the lucky Rampage. Able to put that heavy cleave onto Space Pen. He's in a little bit of trouble. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. Spaceman's at 50%. Stomp doing a great job, but he's able to re-counter pressure onto him. Stomp got caught in that big cleave, and he was able to dump a bunch of fire on top of him, being able to get that quick damage. Stomp not being able to recover fast enough. Good job with Spaceman pulling into that big AoE, jumping all the fire damage, and that's where most of the damage comes from the Firebrand. That fire damage, really impressive performance. Let's take another look at Spaceman's build over here. He's got that... I just got cut over there. And this is a best of 3 series, guys. The rules for this tournament is the class you start with is the class you finish with. There's no Condi Mirage, and you cannot change your 3 specs. So he's got Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand. He has to stick with these 3, but he can change all his traits. He can change all his utilities. He can change all his weapons, sigils, runes, amulets. So he can make all that changes. It stops him from trolling too much, because I really don't like it when people are just constantly counterplaying the other person. So this kind of puts an end to that. And so far, it's been really good. I haven't been getting too many complaints. And there's Spaceman just charging up his mantras. Let's watch him on this one. Tries to get that big symbol from the Sword 2. Tries to get that Ray of Judgment. He's got that proc of the Shield Wrath. And he's also using that Zealot's Defense. Great pushback coming out for him. He's got a lot of Condi. Oof, he just survived on the skin of his teeth. He's got that this Reflect Wall coming up. Stomp's got to create some distance now. He's trying to get away. Let's take a look at Stomp's cooldowns over here. He's able to proc on that tornado. Really lucky on that. But no, he ends up going down. And that Spaceman that takes it. We're going to give him that 5. And I'll show you that instant replay at the same time. Why not? I've just been able to fix it. Let me know if you guys hear anything that comes out from there that's a little funny. So let's take a look at our next match coming up, guys. That's actually Spaceman that gets the 2 wins over the in this game 3. Next up is going to be Joker versus Donson. This is what we have coming up. Our next match is Joker versus Donson. Let's go back to the match and watch this action over here. There's Donson already in. Joker versus Donson. They're both in there already. Good job. Ooh, is that... let me just take a quick look to make sure that's the participant that I want. I don't know who this is. Let me... Joker? Nope, that's not him. So let's take a quick look at Sean Bean. Joker should be here. I'm going to just put it in the map chat so he knows. Deep Plays, you're up. He should be here. I know he's in the Twitch chat. I'm not sure if you're there, Joker, but let me know if you are there. I'm going to look for a sub in the meantime, and we'll take a look at Sean Donson's build. I think he was in the Twitch chat. Let me know if you're there, Donson. Joker. You don't have much time, Joker. I'm going to give you about another minute. I know he's in there somewhere. Always trolling, dude. Yeah, Princess Hearts. Let me whisper him. I know there he is. He's in here. But I'm going to give him another 30 seconds, and then we'll just move on to the next match, because I do want people to be... Yes, okay, he is. Enter. So he is there. Perfect. He's running on Revenant on this one. He's got Mace Axe with Sword Shield. He's running with Rune of the Elementalist and the Carrion Amulet. Corruption, Devastation, and Herald. We've been seeing this a lot recently. After the recent patches that they've done to Revenant, we've been seeing a lot of Condi. So Donson over here is running Dagger, Shield, Greatsword. He's running Strength with Demolisher. He's running a classic Spellbreaker, Strength, Discipline, and Spellbreaker. Ready up to start, guys? And as well, guys, I've also created a website for our 1v1s, 2v2s, as well as our Fashion Wars. The Fashion Wars, it hasn't been fully done yet. The bracket is coming up. I'll show you that I'll show that to you in a minute after this match. Donson doing a good job, kind of staying away. Atropos does have the ports if he so chooses it. He does have the 2 Shake It Offs, and he does have Signet, so he does have that resistance if he so chooses to use it. And Revenants can be very dangerous, but just sneakily adding those Torment stacks. So that's what he's got to be really mindful for, those Torment stacks. Donson backing out, staying out of that large damaging AoE. Right now, they're just exchanging back and forth. Good evade. Tries to get him in that Bull's Charge. He doesn't. Not able to get it. I think that was a Shield Bash, actually. There's that 4 stacks of Torment. That's what he's got to be careful for. He's not able to clear it and still ticking away. Gets him in that full counter. Really good job. Tries to get him in that big Breaching Strike. Not able to get it. Again with the Shield Bash, he's able to miss that. Good job by Joker, dropping that big AoE on the no port spot. Nice stun over here, and he's getting those stacks of burning as well. Donson looks like he's in big trouble, and he ends up going down. That's Atropos that takes game 1 on this one, guys. Hold on. I think my phone is going to die. Let me just plug that in really quick. Where are you, little telephone? Get that in there. Once again, guys, thank you so much for coming and joining me. I really do appreciate it. Now we're going to be going into game 2. Here, let me show you that website really quick. This is the website I was talking about. This is our 1v1, 2v2 Guild Wars League. It's called Code Red Revival because Guild Wars is in a little bit of a Code Red. This is the roster that we have. These are the top 15 from our last match. And you can see I've saved the stats as well. So you can see all their stats, things of that nature. There's also a gallery. So you can see previous, just pictures from our previous tournaments. As well, there's a leaderboards over here too on top of it. So you can see our 1v1, 2v2 leaderboards. The match is about to start. Let's jump back to that. Here's Donson getting ready. So big move coming up, for trying to go for that big jump already with the Aura Slicer. Good job by Atropos getting that big knockdown, getting the better of the positioning right now. Tries to get him in that Whirlwind, but that's slow, really affecting him, making it very obvious. Again, trying to get that Shield Bash. He's not able to connect on Joker. Joker doing a spectacular job of avoiding most of this. Tries to get him in that Bull's Charge, doesn't connect on the Bull. He does connect on the Bull's Charge, gets that 100 Blades and that Whirling Ring. That was huge damage. I'm not sure if he's already used his heal. Good job by Donson right now. Really coping and doing a much better job adjusting to his opponent, realizing that he is running Condi. Drops that big AoE. Atropos is in a little bit of trouble, but he does have his healing signet come up. Donson's got to be really attentive for this. He can't get too complacent. He's got to be watching his perfect timing by Donson. Did a really good job. Tries to get that Glint Elite, but doesn't land it. Gets that Bull's Charge again. He's getting really low. He's in a full Rampage. He's in Crystallized Hibernation. He's in big trouble, though, using that Sword 3 to mitigate a lot of damage. Can Donson finish it? He's trying to keep up with him. He tries to get that Bull's Charge. Atropos doing a really good job hanging on by a thread here. Donson is able to get the... Oh, and Donson gets the down. We're going to our first game 3 on this one, guys. Really good job by Donson. Very impressive performance. There's a little replay in the top corner so you can see how that match ended. Really good job by Donson. Out of curiosity, why are we fighting in an arena that is best suited for players that use AoE? I change the arena every single time, guys. And if I use an arena that sometimes people request that I swap the map over and over, but some people complain, and it's really hard to get to cater to everybody. So what I've just come to the conclusion is every tourney I just swap maps. So this way you know what map you're going to be playing on, and this way it gives you a little bit of a better idea of what you need to bring to the tournament. So this is what I try to do, and I always try to make sure that it's on different maps. Sometimes we'll use Hall of the Mist, sometimes we'll use the Asura Arena, sometimes we'll use Aura Expand, and sometimes we'll even use this guy right here, Courtyard. I don't like using Courtyard, and I don't like using Hall of the Mist too much because people complain a lot about the map. And this one is kind of, depending on how you use the map, it's all about terrain. You should be able to force your opponent into the area that you need him to be in. And that's why I really like this map, because it really focuses on terrain and your usage of it. So here we go into game 2, Sean Bean versus Atropos. This has gone to a game, this is game 3 already for this one. Big AoE drop down on him. He's trying to get that big Whirlwind. He does get that big damage, and that's what he needs. Sean Bean's being a little cautious over here, and he's good plays by him. He gets that full counter on him. He tries to get that 100 Blades. He has popped his Glint heal. So this is good news for Sean Bean. This is exactly the position he wants to be in. He's got his health really high up. He drops that AoE, but he's able to avoid it. He goes for that Shield Bash. He's not able to connect. He still has his Rampage, though. Atropos is starting to regain on health. Sean Bean getting that big arcing slice, that big whirlwind. Atropos is in big trouble over here. He's not able to get any Condi down. Sean is doing a really good job of clearing those Condis, staying out of those big AoEs. Atropos is looking really low. Let's take a look at his cooldowns on this one. He does have his glint heal coming right up. He goes into crystallized hibernation to try to give himself a little more time to get that heal to come back up. Donson's doing really well on there, and there is that big heal. Donson's got to be careful now. He can't get too complacent. That heal goes away. Now he's trying to keep that big cleave on him, just trying to stay on his toes as much as he can. Good counter pressure coming out from Atropos. There's a lot of Condi sitting on Donson. This might be his time to go for his rampage. He's backing up. There's that rampage like I thought. He goes for that big stomp. Good job by Atropos mitigating it. Big push by Donson. This is getting really close. He's getting really low over here. Tries to go for that big kick. Trying to cleave as hard as he can. Big sword 3 over here. Donson is starting to mitigate just more. He's starting to get his health back a little bit, but that was a big healing signet coming out. He tries to get him in that arcing slice. There's that confusion. Trying to stack those Condis on him. Good clear by Sean. Trying to get that aura slicer, not able to connect. Big AoE drop down, puts up his shield, mitigating a lot of that. He gets him in the Glint Elite. That could be huge. 6 stacks of Condi. That's going to be it for Donson, guys. That's it for Donson in this one. I'm going to show you that replay really quick. So it's actually a 2-1 series for Donson versus Joker. I'll share the brackets with you guys at the same time. This is who we're going to be fighting. Next up is Drew the Brave versus Timothy. Drew the Brave versus Timothy. So we're going to go back to the match, guys. That was a really impressive match. Oh, Donson, I have to send you your 5 gold, sir. As I mentioned, guys, we do the AT reward system. I've been fiddling with the reward system for quite some time now, just trying to figure out what would be the best. And everybody, they liked joining my tournaments, but they didn't really necessarily like it when it was the first top 3 that got it. It's unfortunate that a lot of the top dogs won't be coming into these because they like to get a lot of big prizes. But at the same time, I'm able to draw more people in from different avenues of the game. So I get a lot of guys who do PvE that end up coming into these tournaments, and they're frequent repeaters of the tournaments. And that's what I really want to do, is bring more people into these. So here we got Dog the Trainer. This should be Drew the Brave. No, this is Timothy. Now where's Drew? Sorry guys, I'm just whispering. Yeah, the password. Give me a minute, guys. He is here. But he's Drew the Brave. It just finally came back to Guild Wars 2. He took a long hiatus, and he ended up finally coming back to these tourneys. So I'm really happy to see him. And he doesn't have the password, so I gave him the information for the password. I wasn't able to see his messages. I was just taking care of a lot of different things. It does get a little hectic trying to run these all by yourself. I am going to have a co-caster pretty soon. I've already asked a couple people, and I got Deuce, who's very technical. He knows a lot of the builds. He knows a lot of the tool tips. So it's going to be really interesting to have a shoutcaster and a play-by-play guy. So let's take a quick look at Doggy Dog Tamer. Marksmanship, Wilderness, and Soul Beast. He's running here Longbow, Dagger, and Torch. He's got Rune of the Fire with Deadshot Amulet. Let's take a quick look at Drew the Brave on this one. He's running Balthazar and Viper Amulet. Very interesting build he's got here. Sword Torch with a Longbow. Ooh, very interesting. He's running Spellbreaker, Sword Torch, Longbow, Defense, Discipline, and Spellbreaker. No, Berserker, excuse me. So he's going for Condi on this. I'm very curious. I'm going to watch Drew the Brave for this one and let him out. Ready up to start. And I'm going to post the rules for him because, as I mentioned, I don't think he was in the... damn it, I don't have the... And keep in mind, guys, I might DC, so don't worry about that. If you see the stream halt or the stream stop, don't worry. Give it about 30-45 seconds, and I'll be back. Yeah, he is a good warrior. But he is a little rusty, so this is a perfect chance to shake off a little bit of that ring rust. Here we go, Drew the Brave versus Doggy Dog the Tamer. I'm going to watch Drew for this one to see how he does it. Oof, big pushback coming out from him. Tries to get that rapid fire. He got that 3 stacks of burning, 7 stacks of burning. That's going to do a lot of damage. He's able to clear that really quickly. Tries to get that. He has popped his... oof, big job. Good job by Drew over here. He's got to be able to sustain now. He uses Defiant Stance, and he gets the down on Doggy Dog Tamer. Oof, very impressive performance on that one. Here, I'll show you the quick replay so you guys can see it again. I just like abusing the replay for now, guys, because this is my first time actually getting it to function really, really well. Once again, guys, thank you so much for coming out. If you like this type of content, click that follow, click that subscribe. We're also doing a little bit of a giveaway at the end of the tourney. It's my way of saying thank you. It's going to be a bunch of Electro dies. If any of you are interested in getting those, we're going to be giving out a bunch of Electro dies. So here we go into game 2. Let's see if We're going to watch Doggy Dog for this one. He's actually running Condi as well himself. He's got a couple traps down. Or no traps. Signet of Stone, Quickening Zephyr, Doliac Stance, and one Wolf Pack. That's what he's going to be really curious about, or got to be really cautious about, watching that one Wolf Pack. So here we go into game 2. Drew the Brave versus Doggy Dog Tamer. Trying to get that Tom Condi down really quickly as fast as he can. He ends up wasting a lot of his damage onto the pet. Using that LOS very, very wisely. Dropping that big... I haven't seen Longbow in a long time, but those Condis are doing a lot of burns. And he gets him in the emote. Oof, and... oh, that would have been close, but that's it. He actually ends up getting that down, so that's Dawn that moves forward in this one, guys. I'm just going to adjust the bracket. So it's Drew the Brave that moves forward into our semifinals. Oops, cancel that. Doggy Dog, I'm going to send you your 5 gold, sir. Drew the Brave moves forward. Let's see the brackets one more time. So our next matchup is going to be Lighter versus Sky Tribute. Our next match is a Lighter versus Sky Tribute. Let me let them know inside the map chat. So now we have Jennifer Sparrow. I'm not sure who that is. Let me just make sure who that is. Shavers only. That might be Sky. Yeah, that's probably Sky Tribute. Let me know if that's you, Sky. That's him. Okay, perfect. That's Sky Tribute. So here we go into game 2. Oh, thank you, Doggy. He ended up sending it back. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So let's take a quick look at his build. He's running, it looks like a Classic Tools Hollow. Rune of the Leadership with Demolisher. He's also got, yep, Alchemy with Tools and Hollowsmith. Let's take a quick look at King Prideful. I think he's running that Fire Weaver. Yep, Fire, Arcane, and Weaver. He's running with Sword Focus, with Balthazar, and Sage Amulet. Let me just make sure I have Kikuchi in there. Yeah, I do have him in there. Perfect. So here we go, guys. First game. This is we have 2 more matches in our first round. If you hear me go quiet, I'm just whispering a couple gentlemen that are in the tournament. They're asking certain questions. We have a lot of new guys. And like I said, every single tournament I get new people inside this, and that what makes me really happy, knowing that we're drawing more and more people into the PvP scene. So Prideful trying to get that big burning damage onto Jennifer Sparrow, and he's got to be careful. Hollows are very susceptible to Condi. There's that 9 stacks. He's able to clear that really quickly, but he doesn't have much more left in his tool belt skills to take out that any more Condi that stacks up. He's able to get rid of that. Let's take a quick look at Jennifer Sparrow's cooldowns. He's already gone. Oh, and he's running with Elixir C. That's huge. That's very, very important. Gives him a little more sustain against King of Sparrow, but he's got a lot of sustain. So this might be our first match that's going to the map mechanic. And as I mentioned, ooh, King Sparrow's taking a lot of damage. He's not able to get rid of those Condi clears. He pops his Elixir C. He does have his healing turret. Now he's completely clear of Condi clear. He's got to pop that Elixir S. He does. Just in the nick of time, pops that Elixir S. He's in big trouble here. He's got to be able to create that distance. He does have his Elixir. He goes into stealth. That's very wise. He goes in stealth with no Condi. Tries to get that Prime Light Beam. Very, very smartly pulls back on it. Gets that big Prime Light Beam on King Prideful, who's just keeping that pressure onto him. The Condis are going to be dangerous. He's able to resustain with that healing turret. The healing turret does come back so quickly. Jennifer Sparrow ends up going down. Now, this is a very tough match for Jennifer Sparrow. He's got King of Prideful's got a lot of sustain, and he's able to put down a lot of Condi damage. So it's gonna be tough for him. It's an uphill battle for Jennifer Sparrow, but he did make slight changes that were very, very crucial, such as the Elixir C change that he made. Is he running with cleansing? No, he doesn't have cleansing. He's running with annulment and energy, both really strong sigils that you can be using for 1v1s. I see annulment a lot in 1v1s. Oh, guys, did you see that MAT today? Jennifer Sparrow is my girlfriend. Oh. Hey, Jasher, what's up, buddy? I didn't know Jennifer Sparrow is your girlfriend. You should join in with her. We're doing a duo cosplay next week on Thursday for our Fashion Wars contest. You two should join. So here we go into game 2. They got it ready up. Oh, that MAT was fucking incredible, guys. And I like to think that me doing these 2v2s and 1v1s has really increased the PvP community and really made them practice. And they actually ended up beating Team USA. So Team USA is not the undefeated reigning tyrants anymore. Mind you, it was only 3 out of the 5 Team USA. Still a really good match, though. Really, really impressive. Better than the NA, better than the EU monthly. Tell you what. Jennifer Sparrow, again, he's got to be very mindful of those Condis. He's able to use that tool belt skill for his Elixir, dropping that down, but King Sparrow Prideful staying on top of him, not giving him any quarter, just keeping that pressure up really hard, tries to get that jump shot, really good pressure. He pops that Elixir C. When you get an Ellie down to half health, that's when you really want to stay on top of him. They don't have any of that big heal, so if you're able to get them down to half health and just keep cleaving them down, it puts a lot of pressure. They're not able to counter too hard, and this is where you start to get the advantage. Tries to get that prime light beam. Beautiful dodge coming out from King over here. Drops that swirling. So this way he blocks any projectiles, giving him a good position. King Sparrow forced to come in for the hard cleave. And this is where he's able to get those Condi stacks. 12 burnings. He's going to go down on this one. Beautiful mitigation on that for the Condis. He's able to survive a little bit longer. He does have his Elixir for his stealth. He does go into stealth, buying him a little more time. I'd wait as long as I can to try to get that healing turret back up. He's trying to poke him from far. Great stun coming out from King, dropping more of that burning. Big trouble over here from King Sparrow. He does have that Elixir C. Being very patient on that as well. Understanding that those burning stacks weren't as high and not as dangerous. Trying to create a little more different distance. Gets for that Corona burst. Good damage coming out from King Sparrow. Mitigating a lot. He misses on that big prime light beam. Trying to create more distance. He's just got to get away as much as he can. Once you get close to an Ellie, that's when he dumps a lot of that Condi. Going into stealth. I pop that. He's got his healing turret available to him, and he's being patient. He's waiting for the healing turret so he can be able to use that as a Condi cleanse at the same time as a heal. And you can combo in that water field very, very well. And it's only a 20-second cooldown, so the sustain coming from him is really high. And he does have that Elixir C. Now we're finally going into our map mechanic. And for those of you who have never seen it before, that map mechanic, you're not allowed to heal anymore after the map mechanic has timed up. And there's an AoE that comes from here, here, and here that eventually encroaches onto the entire map, forcing both opponents all the way back into this little area. Jennifer Sparrow's got to be careful. He can't stay close to that AoE. It's starting to encroach. King Prideful's getting really low. You're going toe-to-toe over here. This could be dangerous. King Prideful's got no Condi, and he's got the advantage of the long range. He's trying to get that Condi on top of him, and he ends up going down. That was really epic. Good performance coming out of both of them, but that's King Prideful that moves forward in this one. We have one more match in our first round, guys. Sorry, I'm just updating here. We'll go back to our brackets and take a quick look at that. That was really epic match. Next up, we're going to be having Einar versus Kikuchi. Einar versus Kikuchi. Let me let them know in map chat. Einar versus Kikuchi. And who was that? That was Jennifer Sparrow. Let me send you your 5 gold. Oh, I gotta add you as a friend. Send mail. Oh, how come I can't? There we go. 5 gold for participating. Thank you so much. Let me make sure these are the opponents that I needed. This is Kikuchi, I believe. Yep, Kikuchi. I do have a substitute waiting in the wind.